Hi again. I am Fathom, the founder of Other Fiber Creations, and this is my month 2 business recap because I've officially had my business license for 2 months now. Ignore me itching my nose, as always. My allergies hate me down here, considering the cat exists. So, did I plan how I was going to format this? No. Did I lose my business notebook? Yes. I'm gonna find it. It's only been gone for like 3 days. I'm gonna find it. But I might as well start with recapping. Last month, for August, I made 1 sale. I had made 4 sales in July. I made 1 sale this month, and it was a commission order for a Hufflepuff-inspired scarf because they don't want to support J.K. Rowling, which, good for them. I think that I had like a big surge because new store on Etsy, and so Etsy was cool and advertised me on top of my budget, potentially. But I'm just speculating there. I released some new items that seem to be getting looked at a lot, and I am still in the red because that's how businesses work. To kind of break down, I've been spending about $30 a month on advertising, plus I have at most $5 on listing fees. That's what I've been spending, so $35 budget a month. I've been blessed enough that I have the chance to kind of put that money aside to use, but if budgets tighten, the first portion of August, I was not even here. Like, from August 1st to 19th, I was in a different state. You guys probably saw some videos from then. Specifically, I have a long-distance boyfriend. He lives in Alabama. I live in Georgia, near Atlanta. We met while LARPing, which I think is kind of cute. He plays the bodyguard to my diplomat character, and we kind of went from there. He had a crush on me. Who knows why. But I have been slowly kind of staying with him for test periods because come the new year, it is very possible I'll be moving down to Huntsville. Down? Up. Up to Huntsville. Directions are hard, okay? Leave me be. It's a very big art city. They literally have a small artist shopping mall called Low Mill. Very good. There is a lot of craft markets, and since I'm disabled and can't drive, he has a car. He's willing to help me do things like craft fairs because I have been hoping to set up for a craft fair for October. It's not going to work out due to my parents moving and things like that, which that's okay. So, we've been slowly testing that out, and because of that, August 1st to 19th, I was in Alabama. I only had some of my supplies with me. For some projects, I didn't have a place to take photographs of anything. Hydrate or dihydrate, always. I didn't have a place to take photographs. I didn't have all my products to list. I didn't have details. I should have thought that through, so I could have typed out listings at least. I was just there trying to work. I at least had my phone with me, so I filmed the tutorial on how to do like a basic slip stitch, how to do a single crochet. The crop top vlog is me in Alabama. So, I am aware I was not as productive as I could have been the first part of the month. This, for those who don't know, is the book where I track all my projects. We see how many I get done. And we did have an exciting milestone this last month. My goal for this year, for those who didn't know, was to hit 200 projects complete. Words are hard. My goal was 200 in a year, which may seem wild, but we have to keep in mind, since I can't go to a day job, I'm doing this for like 8 to 12 hours a day when I'm left alone. Days where I go out, sure, whatever. But I work pretty fast. Like, I can finish a crop top in like 6 hours. So, I can slowly build things up. With that number, I had to do 17.5 projects per month on average to achieve it. And as of August, I hit over 200. I genuinely was shocked when I heard that. I did Ignore me while I'm going to do some math. We're going to cut this out like it didn't happen, right? We're going to cut this out. $24 in January plus 17, that is 41. Plus March, that is 63. That's 95 for April. That is 106 by May. 122 in June. 177 in July. I'm at 207 projects as of August. 207 projects I have completed with my own two hands this year. Considering the amount of nonsense that has occurred this year, my mind is kind of blown at thinking about that. 207 projects in, what, 8 months? Am I insane? Am I a monster? Does my wrist hurt? Sometimes. Compression gloves are useful. If you're crocheting for long periods, you better be stretching and wearing compression gloves, and I better not hear you complain about it like I do. But I did good. The main things I finished in August were, during the trip, I finished a circle shawl, which you can see on my Etsy and my shop, link in the description. Nice segue. I finished some berets, I finished some crop tops that'll be going up soon. I finished some more plushies. But most of these are, once I got back, I went heavy on making some more plushies, which is about usual for me. I usually kind of swing between a couple of clothing items, a metric crap ton of plushies, a couple of clothing items, a metric crap ton of plushies, because that's what I enjoy doing. I like making the clothes more, but sometimes I just need the feeling of a win on having finished stuff. I can tell you guys about advertising interest stuff again. So, when it comes to Etsy and Square itself, I have learned a few things that were not as obvious to me as I thought they were at the start. I'm documenting this journey in this haphazard way because I know for me, I researched a lot before starting, but some of like the bare essential stuff did not hit me until I was already arms deep in it. So I'm sharing these rambles in hopes that somebody finds them useful. For one, if you have an Etsy site and a Square site, you have both of them, it is important to know when you sync your listings on them, like if you sync your Etsy to your Square, it will only take the thumbnail picture when you transfer over. You need to download all the photos that you've listed on the Etsy to your computer and re-upload them to Square after syncing the listing, or else you're only going to have one photo. I have items that have multiple colors, and sure, my first photo shows the multiple colors, but the rest of them kind of give you closer looks at them, and some of them even have labels on which color's which when they're similar colors. That's important. So, having that not transfer over, I realized that's probably been hurting my website. It makes it look unprofessional. Same with Square automatically sets you to the Square photo template. You can actually change what size photo it is by clicking on it while you're adding those photos and things. You can change the size of the photo. I was totally went over my head. I did not realize that. It probably seems obvious when I say it, like of course you can customize that. It's a website customizer. But when you're in the moment, focused in the weeds of, let me get this listing up, let me edit this price, let me add the stock to this, which you have to manually add the stock to your website too. Surprise. Bet you didn't realize that, because I didn't. But you have to go in there and do all this editing and these things, and you're focused on advertising and figuring out what products to make and tags and SEO and all these things. Some things slip by the wayside. That was one of them for me. So I've been going back and slowly adding the pictures back to the Square site to match the Etsy site. But there we go. I now have my Etsy up. So we're going to talk about what we have here. As of today, which is like September 5th is when I'm filming this, because I started around July 4th having the official business license stuff begin, so the 5th of September. I have 15 listings up on Etsy and Square. Of those, I have 7 clothing pieces, and 8 different kinds of plushies. So for plushies, amigurumi, for those who don't know the term, I have some jellyfish, some stingrays, baby whales, mushroom pals. I'm saying pals like that because I have a mushroom man design that's going to come out soon. Soon being before the end of the year, hopefully. I have the leggy frogs, I have the froggy friends, scraptopie, and turtles. So that's the plushies I have. Out of those, the ones that have sold the best in order are the scraptopie, which is like little tiny octopus looking ones. And then I have a tie between both of the frog types. The ones that were visited the most, however, were the chunky mushroom pals. Because it's a popular design, mushrooms are cute. A lot of people have looked at them and favorited them, which, good. I'm going to add more colors to that in hopes that it entices some people. The other most popular one to look at was the leggy frogs. They don't have any favorites, though, which is interesting to me. As for the clothing, we have 2 different hexagon cardigans, one of which is sorbet and safari, which is like half orange, half like greens and oranges and grays and yellows. One that is garden variety, which is the name of the yarn I used. We have a bell sleeve crop top design done in velvet. I have one for each size I offer. I'm hoping to make more of those soon, so that way there's more color range available. And then 4 of my one-of-a-kind circle shawls. They are large mandalas that have... I just use scrap mandala cakes from Lion Brand. So people donate a bunch of the mandala yarn, like I've mentioned previously. And so I will, like, if I have a bunch of the same color, I'll make a circle shawl on that. Or I'll just grab colorways I think go together and just mix and match them as I go. So I have 4 of those up. I've made 5. I have 1 more to list. Out of the clothing items, none of them are the best sold, because none of them have sold at all. But the hexagon cardigans are the most popular, both in favorites and in visits / views, because they've been up the longest. That doesn't surprise me. When it comes to finances, like I said, I'm about $35 in the red this last month. Because of the commission I made, technically, I fully covered that. Because they offered me, like, I told them to pay me half up front, half later. They handed me a 20 to start. The whole project was 25, and they said they're going to send me more afterwards. So I'm basically covered. But I lose about $1 a day. People tell you that you're going to lose money when you first start a business. That's something I knew going in. I lost like a couple hundred doing the business license. I lost a couple hundred, or I would have lost a couple hundred without help for all of the craft fair stuff that I'm going to have to use in the new year. I lose about 30 to 50 each month on advertising and listing. But it doesn't really hit you till you're in it how much it adds up. I am still waiting for Zen Business. That's who I'm using. Yeah, Zen Business. I filed with Zen Business in order to get all of my business licensing done. Because I didn't know how to. When I expire with them, I'm probably going to go to handling it myself because I understand the basics now. But with how I filed, I should have an EIN. I didn't realize some things, so I had to kind of like refund a part of it, and they said they were going to work with me on that. But in all of this, I have not gotten the EIN yet, which is rough. It's been almost a month and a half since they officially got the business license for me, and I want this separate bank account because I am tired of like trying to manage my finances and going in and being like, oh, I thought I had this money, but business expense. I'd like to be able to keep it separately so I don't even accidentally consider it as part of my business expenses. But it just has not come yet. I've been waiting for month and a half. I reached out multiple times for it. I'm probably going to reach out again today, honestly, because I really could use that, and it just has not happened. It's possible that due to the fact that with how they formatted it when I was going through buying this subscription from them, it looked like they were offering me a registered agent service as part of an $199 fee I was already paying. So I said, sure, I'll go ahead and assign me somebody if it's part of the $199 I'm paying. It was an additional $199 and I didn't realize that. So I've been like, hey, I don't have money for that. I'm not paying that. I'll be my own registered agent. For those who don't know, it's somebody that they can contact business-wise if they're looking for the owner of the business. That's me. They can just call me. That's fine. I only was like, sure, go ahead if I'm not going to have to pay extra for it. And I've been waiting for them to just remove it from my account. I've put in with the Georgia State stuff that I do not need it, that I am my own registered agent. And on my paperwork in the Georgia system, it says that that's correct, but they've not removed it from my end on Zen Business. When it's removed from Zen Business, then they'll give me my EIN, because they have to update the paperwork. That's not happened yet. So, it's a little bit frustrating. I plan to try and get that handled before the year is out, because I know that things take a while, especially with emails and corporations and all these things. But if you're going on Zen Business, be aware of that. I think so far, having worked with them, it's okay. It's not like out of this world amazing. If I had talked to some people in my life, people who are left in my life, before I had done all this, I probably would have just avoided them and just done it myself. Because now I know how easy it is. At least for Georgia, you just go to their Secretary of State and fill out some stuff. And it costs money, but not nearly as much as Zen Business charges. That is something that I didn't realize. Same with all the Square website stuff. The Square website, since I can pull that up, is doing okay. I have some people who visit it. It's mostly people who know me already, which is fine, because I have established that my demographic of people is anybody who wants plushies, which is a wide market. I know that's kind of like a broad sweeping thing. I like making fantasy clothing, that boho chic style. Like, I like the crop tops you wear with long skirts like the one I'm wearing. I like the big circular vests. I enjoy making like there's big elf hoods I enjoy making. I enjoy making this fantastical clothing. So my primary demographic is people who are looking for this fantastical clothing. So LARPers, Ren Fair attendees, and people who just dress like that for the heck of it. Due to that, I have been kind of sharing with the people I know, because the people who are still interacting with me regularly are LARPers. People who have commissioned me have been LARPers. And that's kind of the niche I'm falling into, which I don't mind at all. I'd rather make fun stuff like that than like, and this is no offense to people who do this, halter tops are boring for me to work on. I have tried it. I get bored. I like the fancy designs of like the different stitches, the uniqueness of each piece that I can make. The stuff I have up right now is not that, because I'm working on making more of it, and I've had more fun making those unique projects and those commission projects and stuff than I have making the same repetitive projects over and over again. So, I'm hoping to kind of lean into that more, maybe make a booklet of like, here's a sample of each type of design, and you can commission me for these. So, I'm aware the website has been looked at less, but by more specifically my demographic. The past 7 days, I've had 0 people look at my website. 0 people have viewed my pages. And I've had 0 sales. Wow, what a shock. All in all, things have been getting looked at. Like on Etsy, I've been getting a lot of views. Like 17,000 people have seen my stuff in ads. A couple hundred have clicked on stuff in ads. People just are not buying it. From having gotten feedback from those in my life, I should be retaking those product photos. I tried a couple of different ways. Like, I have them all laid out in this specific fashion. I have each colorway shown this way. And the thing that people agreed on was that when I'm holding the item, they have a size reference from my hand. It makes the prices make more sense, and so the more expensive items make more sense to spend more on. When I don't have my hand in the photo, it makes them question why I'm charging what I do size-wise. So, I'm probably going to be retaking some photos in the next month or so. I'm hoping to hopefully have some return on investment when it comes to some of this advertising on the sooner end. But I'm going to be patient, and we're just going to see what happens. I know that this one was kind of more disorganized than usual, but that happens sometimes. You can't always be put together formally there. I'm slowly and surely kind of getting back on track. I've been, mental health wise, kind of swinging back and forth. I have had a lot of change the past year. And I still have more change coming up because, like, my roommate, who's my best friend, she's leaving the state in a few months. My parents are leaving the state next month. I'm possibly moving states beginning of year. Everything I had kind of settled into the past few years and had made a plan for my future kind of disappeared in the span of 8 to 10 months. And I've been kind of having to sit and learn that it's okay that it's a lot. I'm not going to get everything done goal-wise I want to get done. Like last month, I completed less than half the goals I had set for myself. And that's okay. I have to take it at my own pace. My point is, whatever you're working on, whether it's making a blanket for the first time, starting a business, asking that person out, or whatever have you, it's okay that it's taking you some time. It's okay to take it slow, to relax, to take rests. I'm really bad at that, and I'm aware, for those who know me who may be watching, of the irony of me saying that. But it's okay, genuinely. You deserve to take rests. You deserve to take breaks. And you deserve to be taken care of. So yeah, take a break. Hydrate or dihydrate. Or else. For now, I'm going to go work on a project that you guys might see on here in a bit. I'm hoping to kind of make a video of me finishing it. We'll see. For now, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support me, you can like, you can comment, you can subscribe, or you can go look at any of the links in my bio, or do multiple of those things. I am Other Fiber Creations on Etsy, and I'm otherfibercreations.square.site, and that's my website. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Tell me what you're working on in the comments. Tell me what you've been struggling with, what breaks you want to take. And I will see you later. Bye for now.